Hi everybody. So today we are going to show you how to assemble a RO purifier by self. So this is the fully loaded system which I'm able to show you here. So these are all the filters. This is 10 stages purification with a 12 liter storage capacity. So this is the purifier which I'm showing you, and this is the empty purifier which you can see it here. Now we will assemble the system, and we will give you full information about this product, how the purification will be done, and also how to assemble the system. So you can see this is completely empty system now. So we will make the system this way, and we will make sure that you can install the system by self, and you can assemble the system with all the filters, all the wiring, all the pipes, settings, everything. So complete information you will be knowing now. Once this video demonstration is done, so I'm 100% sure that you will be able to assemble by yourself. So our technician now he will show you how to assemble it. So now you can see all the parts here. So this is these are all the filters which will go into this system. These are all the filters required for the purification process. Now we can see it here. This is there is one carbon filter, one sediment filter, and this is the membrane housing, and this is the UV and mineral cartridge. So now we can see once you get this delivery, so you can remove the top layer, so that you can see the storage tank. This is the storage tank in the bottom one. So you can see all the spares. These are all the spares inside. This will come with the product delivery. And now we will show you how to assemble the system. Okay, so now we have covered how the cabinet looks like. Now the second part, we will show you how to assemble the system. So these are all the clamps which will go in. So you can see these are all the seat clamps. So you can see the screws here. So the screws we can fit, and it's on the back side also. It's all the screws here. So the screws goes for the clamps. So these clamps are required to hold the filters. And this is the pump, RO pump. So this, for fixing this pump, there will be screws in the bottom. So these 4 screws will go to fix the pump in this way, and there will be wiring connections as well. So now we have showed you how cabinet looks like, and also we have showed you how the clamps will go for the system. And also we have given you a demonstration how the pump will be fixed, RO pump. And the fourth one we are going to show you is SV. So this is the solenoid valve. Okay, so we are going to show you how to fix this SV, and there will be wiring connection for this also. So once we fix the pump and the clamps, we will show you how to fix the SV. So for SV we have here in, and also we have a out mode here. So I will be able to zoom it and show you. There is out and there is a in mode. So our technician now is fixing the SV part. So now SV is fixed. So this way we will fix the solenoid valve. Once solenoid valve is fixed, then we will be able to send the adapter. So this is the SMPS. This is the power plug-in which comes. So this is the SV. So this is the power cord. So this is AC and DC connection. So basically when we send the SMPS, so this will come in this way. So we have to cut the wires. So we have to cut those wires, and we have to send this cable from the back side. So there is a hole here, from back side we will be able to send the cable. So once cable is came out, put it on silent. We will take the SMPS and this is the float cable. So for this float cable there will be 2 pins like this. There will be 2 pins. So this cable we have to fix it for SMPS. So our technician is arranging that cable from inside the pump. So that is float cable for the cutoff. Once the storage tank is full, automatically it turns off, and if you take glass of water, automatically it turns on. So for this communication, this float cable is required. And the other part we are showing now is the UV choke. So this is the UV choke, and we will be able to put UV choke in that way. And this is the SMPS connection. So yeah, one cable we take it. From the back cable we take one cable. Black one.
Orange into float.
Yeah, and there is a one float cable. So we will put float cable and AC cable one. And there is a connector. We'll put the connector. We'll press it with the cutting plier. And we take the SMPS power cord and we'll fix it to the other side. And we take that one UV wire. So these 3 wires goes in one way. UV one cable and SMPS and the AC wire other cable. So 3 goes together, and we put this connector and press it in that way. And the float wire, another one. So AC wires and SMPS UV choke. So this wire we have to join it together. So this becomes the wiring. So we will be able to talk about this wiring in detail in other video also. So main parts are one SMPS. From SMPS we give the power connection to the solenoid valve, which is called SV, and we give connection to the UV, and also we give connections to the pump. So this is the SMPS other part that these cables are going. So this cable goes to the pump and SV. So this is the pump cable. So black to black and red to red. Yeah. So this is the SV cable. So pump wire, SMPS wire, and SV wire. We put it in other way. So this is the cable. So these 3 joints is coming from the back. And from SMPS cable is going in this way, and we are joining SMPS other part wires we are joining for the pump and SV. So once the connection is done,
Complete. This is UV.
so these are the UV cable left and right. You can see this is the UV choke 1 and UV choke 2. So we will be able to show you how these wires goes to the UV filtration process, and I will be able to show you there is a water in. You can see a water in and water out. So I will show you how to put these plugins. So this is the plug-in. This is the water supply plug. So there you can see it here, it's empty now. So we'll put that plug now that way, and so that way we have to fix it. So that is water in, and we already fixed water out. So now we have showed you cabinet. After that we have discussed about these clamps. Then also we showed you how to set up this SMPS, the wiring connections, and also we showed you about SV, how to fix this SV. We have given the wiring information also. Then we are able to give you now information about the drain connection. So for this drain there will be a flow rate. So this is called FR flow rate, and you can see the arrow mark. Always make sure the arrow mark is in this way, and we are putting this small pipe for the drain. So once it is done, so we will insert that in that way, and we give that connection for the water out. So you can see this is water out. From inside we give it for outer out. And so once that is done, so FR is like 300 ml and 450 ml. So this is the rejection water, the pipe which you are seeing in blue color. So this is rejection water which comes from the membrane. And there is a water in. We are giving the water in connection. This is water in. Water in connection. There is a white pipe which is connecting. The pipe is connecting to SV solenoid valve in. So you can see it here, the water in is connected. For the solenoid valve. So now we have showed you how to set this water in. So this is water in and water out. So for water out we get from membrane we get purified water and also not purified water. So non-purified water is going out from this blue pipe, and purified water is going out from this purified water is going to the storage tank. So you can see that water in and out. So basically when we give the water connection from here, water enters into the water in part, and this water is going in this way in the white pipe, and it is directly going to the SV. This is the solenoid valve. from SV out. So this is the out. You can see that it is not connected to any filter now. So now we will be supplying this water to the carbon filter, sediment filter, from that membrane to UV and mineral cartridge. From mineral cartridge the water is going to the storage tank. So the raw water comes from here, this part, and water directly going into the SV. From SV now we are going to show you carbon filter. You can see it here. So this is the carbon filter. So for this carbon there will be elbows. This is the in elbow and this is the out elbow. So you can see the flow. This water is going to enter from this way. Now we are connecting the carbon filter to the clamps. So we just put it and press it. So the carbon filter is fixed. And we are giving this in connection. You can see the arrow marks here. So this is the arrow mark. You can see the water is going to pass this way and water is going to out this way. So from SV we are giving the connection here to the carbon filter. So water is going to enter in that way into the carbon. From carbon out, so we are fixing another filter. This is a sediment filter. So this is a sediment filter and you can see here the flow. Okay, so for this is carbon, the bottom one is carbon filter. We have given water connection from SV to carbon filter. From carbon out we are giving the water connection to sediment filter. So that way we have to set the connection from SV to carbon to sediment, and from sediment to this is the out, sediment out. From this out we will be supplying water to pump. So technician is fixing the out connection with the RO pipe, and that water we have given it to the pump. So you can see this is the pump cable, this one. So for the pump also there will be in and there will be out. So we are giving pump in connection, that is the pump in, and this is the pump out. So for passing water into the pump, the water is coming out from this one sediment filter. Directly the water is going to pump, and from pump in we are going to supply water out to the membrane. Before that we have to talk about the TDS adjuster. From pump water out we will be setting up the TDS adjuster now. So this is the pump. For that pump we will be fixing this elbow. Pump out, we fixed one T elbow. Yeah, once it is done we will be setting up this and we take that water pipe inside the pump. So that supply which we have given it is, this is going to the membrane. And this is the ball valve, we are fixing it to the control TDS. Once TDS adjuster is done, yeah, we fix another elbow. So this is how we set the TDS controller. So you can see this is the TDS controller. So water out from the pump, this is the water out, we are giving it to the TDS controller. So there are two connections, one water is going to the bottom one. So you can see this one, this is the bottom pipe, and some water is going to the TDS controller. So from this pipe you can see it here, this water is going to enter into the membrane. So now we will show you how to set up the membrane housing. So we'll show you how membrane housing looks like. So this is the membrane housing. So there will be in and out. So this water from head, the water is going to enter into membrane from head, and water passes through the membrane process, and there will be in and out. You can see that the left side is always purified water, on the right side is not purified water. So membrane has two functionalities. One is purified water, and other one is impurities, which is the water goes out from the RO membrane. So left side is purified water, and right side is the not purified water. So we will show you how to set up this membrane housing. So this is the membrane housing. For this we will be setting up the clamps. So these are all X clamps. This is called X clamps. Yeah. So we will put that X clamp to the carbon filter, and other clamp also we will put it to the carbon filter. So this is the X clamp. For X clamp we are now setting up the membrane housing. So that way membrane is fixed. And so membrane head, for the membrane head we are giving the water connection from TDS controller. So that way we will give the water connection. So for membrane, water is passing from the pump. You can see it here, the one which you have given, that from that pipe the water is entering into the membrane housing. And you can see the left side and right side, two modes. So you can see left and right. So one is purified and other one is not purified water. So these are two elbows. So we are fixing up the TDS controller pipe to the membrane and this is the drain. The blue pipe is going to that way, and we can see here other mode, which is this one. From this the water is going into the UV. I hope you understood this. So basically from pump out, so this is the pump out. From this we have given the water connection to the TDS controller. So this part is TDS controller. So from here we are giving, you can see it here, this pipe. From this we are supplying the water to the membrane head. You can see this membrane head. So this is RO pipe. So from pump we are giving the water to the membrane head. From membrane head water is passing through the membrane process, and it is going, it has two modes. One is purified water and another non-purified water. As I said, left is purified water and right is the impurities water which will drain out in the RO process. So blue pipe which we are connected here, this is the water is going to drain, and this is the purified water which we are giving the supply from the TDS controller. Now from this point we will take the water to the UV. So our technician will put a RO pipe for giving water process to the UV filtration. We are putting another X clamp for the sediment filter for holding the UV chamber. So we can show you now UV chamber, how it looks like. So this is the UV chamber, and it has got a flow as well. You can see the flow arrow mark. Okay, so we'll put UV chamber in that way. Once UV chamber is fixed, the water purified water pipe we are going to take it in that way. And we will supply it to the UV chamber. You can see the water in. So for UV we are supplying the water. So from a membrane TDS controller we are supplying the water to the UV chamber. Okay, so this is from UV, water passes through and it comes out from that elbow. And now we are going to show you how to set up the mineral cartridge. For mineral cartridge also we are putting the X clamp. This X clamp is going to fix it for the membrane housing. We set up this X clamps for the membrane housing, and we are able to show you mineral cartridge. So this is the mineral cartridge. This is in 5 stages. You can see iron, calcium, magnesium, alkaline, antioxidant. So this process is done in 5 stages, and we will set this mineral cartridge for the membrane housing. So once this mineral cartridge is fixed, so from UV water we are going to supply the water from UV. So from UV out elbow we are giving water connection to mineral cartridge in. And this is a mineral cartridge out. So water passes through mineral cartridge in 5 stages. In that way we connect the water out, and we give that water connection to the storage tank. So this is the storage tank, which we can see this is the hole. So we are going to put that RO pipe inside that hole. Yeah. So this way we can assemble our system by self, and we can save a lot of money, and you don't have to wait for a technician for the installation or for the service part. Also we will talk about the service part in next video. Now you can see the system. This is assembled now with all the filters. As I said, this is purification method is done in 10 stages. This is RO, UV, TDS controller with added mineral. Now you can see this system cable lock. Wire, cable. So now you can see here this is a 10 stages purification water purifier. This is done in the purification method is done in 10 stages. And the bottom which you can see, this is the storage tank, 12-liter storage capacity, and these are all the filters. So as I said that water basically enters from this mode. The raw water goes into the water in. From water in we are giving the water supply to the SV, which is solenoid valve. From SV we are giving water connection to the carbon filter. So this is the carbon filter. This is the carbon filter. From carbon filter we are passing water through sediment filter. So this is the sediment filter. From sediment we are supplying water to the pump. This is the RO pump, which you can see it. From RO pump we are giving water to the TDS controller and also the membrane. For membrane we are passing water through UV. From UV we are passing water through mineral cartridge. From mineral cartridge the water is entering into the storage tank. So this is the 12-liter storage capacity with auto on off. Once storage tank is full, automatically it turns off, and if you take glass of water, automatically it turns on. So we are locking all the filters with the locking thread. Sana. So till now we have discussed how to assemble the RO system, and you can save a lot of money, nearly about 7,000 to 8,000 rupees on a product if you can do the installation, and if you can assemble by your by self. If you can assemble the system, you can save a lot of money, and also you will be having complete awareness about the product, how it works, how the process, how the installation process is done, how we can service, and what are the stages of purification, methods of purification, all we can see it. So altogether there will be carbon filter. So basically